In a far-off forest, away from prying eyes, lived a small, vibrant anteater named Zuri. Just 3 years old, Zuri sported a soft brown coat with caramel-colored markings and wide, expressive, amber eyes. Despite her somewhat clumsy appearance, Zuri was known for her inquisitive nature and insatiable desire for adventure. She called a cozy burrow, concealed beneath a towering eucalyptus tree, her home. It was a place she had meticulously crafted, accumulating treasures from her explorations. Colorful stones, interesting twigs, and bits of soft moss. Zuri loved her little sanctuary so much, it felt secure and perfect after her many adventures through the wild. One fateful night, as Zuri prepared to settle down after a long day of scavenging for food, the sky began to darken ominously. Initially it was just a whispering wind, but soon it transformed into a fierce howl that rattled branches and made the leaves dance chaotically in the air. The forest, which once felt enchanting, morphed into a menacing place illuminated only by flashes of lightning. Zuri scampered to her burrow, instinctively snuggling into the soft bedding she had built. But her sanctuary turned into a trap as the storm raged on. With every creak and crack attributed to the gales outside, she could hear her belongings rattling with anxiety. Fear wrapped around her like a net, stifling any comfort she sought within her burrow. Hours ticked by, filled with her racing heartbeats, and the relentless pounding of rain on the ground that soon grew into a frightful cacophony. Then, suddenly, with a deafening roar that vibrated through the earth, a mighty branch snapped from above. It crashed down hard, shattering her burrow with merciless precision. Zuri awoke to a chilling reality. Her home, once a vivid haven, lay in ruins. The bright tapestries of her memories, the treasures she had painstakingly gathered, were now buried beneath branches and mud. She felt hollow, as if the storm had taken not only her physical shelter but also a piece of her spirit. For days she wandered through the wreckage of her beloved woodlands, each day marked by sorrow and a growing sense of defeat. Why did this happen to me? She wondered, poring over the remnants of her life. She felt like a fragmented puzzle, each piece of her existence lost to the chaos. One early afternoon, as the storm clouds began to drift away and the sun timidly peeked through the trees, Zuri found herself at the banks of a small, rushing river. Staring at the tumbling waters, she ruminated over her losses. Suddenly, she noticed an elder otter named Oaken lounging on a rock, his eyes twinkling with understanding. With a serene expression, he slid into the water and paddled closer to her. "Storms do not come to destroy you," he remarked. "They come to reveal your strength." Zuri frowned, the sound of his words felt far from comforting. "But I lost everything," she replied desperately. Oaken crooned gently. "No, dear child, you lost things. But you did not lose yourself. You have your heart, your curiosity, your courage." Zuri contemplated the wisdom deeply. The storm had taken so much from her, yet, perhaps, it hadn't obliterated her essence. That night, as she lay under the stars, she kept revisiting Oaken's words. The storm had stripped her of bricks, but it hadn't snatched away her ability to create. As dawn ushered in the morning light, she awoke with a resolve she hadn't felt before. Determined to rebuild her life from the ashes, Zuri ventured into the far reaches of the forest, higher ground where she could be safe from flooding. The days were arduous. Branches scratched at her skin and her paws grew sore. Yet she knew the importance of persistence. Gathering twigs and dense foliage, she immersed herself in her new creation, nudging earth with her snout. Sunrise to sunset, she worked tirelessly, transforming her grief into determination. Weeks passed, and a structure began to rise. A new burrow emerged, more robust than before. Although it lacked the elegance of her previous home, it was filled with love and tenacity. As Zuri surveyed her handiwork, it dawned on her. Losing everything is not the end, but a powerful beginning. The storm had not only removed her shelter, it had also provided a chance to carve a new path forward, a more resilient one. Sometimes, losing all is the best way to begin again, she thought with newfound conviction. From that day forward, Zuri became a beacon in the woods. She shared her journey with others who experienced loss, showing them that challenges often lay the groundwork for strength and regeneration. If life were to take something away from them, she made sure they understood one fundamental truth: you may lose what you have, but you never lose who you are. The shadow of the storm lingered, but in its wake grew a blossoming spirit, a spirit ready to face challenges, armed with knowledge of resilience, hope, and the profound realization that from loss can arise magnificent new beginnings.